can go either way. It can be an absolute thriller, or it can be a crash fest. They're away. Courtney Meekins and Harley Croft lead them down the main straight the first time. Lawrence Bullen is there along with Luke Dingley as they head out of turn 2. They're safely through. Wayne Firmston, it is there. Noah Van Ginniken, the 22 car's gone back a few spots. Lachlan Oliver's gone around the outside. The first lap is complete. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. We've got a multi-car pile up at the top of the main straight. Jake Richter's involved in number 99. So too Lachlan Oliver. Noah Van Ginniken in 22 is another one. Alana Buck missed it. So too. Complete restart. Away. Good start on this occasion. Meekins and Croft down the main straight from Dingley and Bullen. As they safely get through turns 1 and 2. Almost. Oops. Oh dear. Lachlan Oliver spun on the infield, come onto the track, and Paige Ellison has T-boned Lachlan Oliver. Australian Junior Sedan title, C main for Pepsi Max. Into the main straight, the green lights are back on. They're away and racing again, and Courtney Meekins is the leader. They're 4 wide further back behind her as they go down into turn number 1 and 2. They are safely through, I can safely say that, and Courtney Meekins from Victoria is the race leader. So head out of turn 3 and 4. Luke Dingley on the inside. Harley Croft is on the outside. Lawrence Bullen is there. We've safely got 1 lap in the books. We have ourselves a race. And it's Courtney Meekins from Victoria, the leader from Luke Dingley. Back to Harley Croft in 3rd place, then Lawrence Bullen. Danielle Ellison in 5th place in the first of the charades. 6th position at this stage would be Colby Lunt, then Jeremy Gorski as they move into the main straight. And Courtney Meekins has opened up a bit of a lead. A move coming from Eric Wallace up into 7th place. Gorski back to 8th. Harley Croft dives to the inside of Lawrence Bullen. Around the outside, making another move is Eric Wallace up into 5th place now. Further back in the field, Kate Bryant is on the outside of Thomas Marlowe. They're using all of the track at the moment, but young Courtney Meekins is still out in front with only 16 laps to go in the C main. She looks home and hosed, if there is such a thing this far from home. She's out by 2 seconds. Luke Dingley in 2nd place, back to Lawrence Bullen. Eric Wallace is certainly on a charge. Where did Eric start? He started down to 7, but he went back a few, and he's now back up to 4th. Harley Croft is 5th. Danielle Ellison in 6th place. Back then to Colby Lunt, Jeremy Gorski. Right behind him would be Dylan Richter, Thomas Marlowe. Now here's the charge for the 2nd place transfer spot. It's a little bit early for me to get too excited because there's 3 of them fighting for 2nd place and there's still 14 laps to go. We've done 5. Down the main straight, they're every which way but loose. A little bit further back, the inquiry flag's out on Danielle Ellison. Luke Dingley's now in 2nd place. Eric Wallace is certainly the car on the charge, goes around the outside of Lawrence Bullen, puts him back to 4th. Back in 5th is Colby Lunt, then back to Harley Croft, then Danielle Ellison, the 2 Tasmanians. As 1 car goes around, that's the 14 car of Dylan Richter. That brings on the yellow lights. And Courtney Meekins' lead of 2.726 has disappeared in the blink of an eye. They start to take effect at 3 minutes to 9. In front of this very big crowd here at the Cranes Combined Carrick Speedway, the green lights come back on and Courtney Meekins is out in front from Luke Dingley. 3rd place is Lawrence Bullen, then Eric Wallace, Colby Lunt. Harley Croft, Danielle Ellison, that's the first 6 or 7. Back then to Dylan Richter, Thomas Marlowe as they head down the back straight and into turn 3 and 4 past the big crowd in Pitts Bend, and they're running 2 and 3 wide into the main straight behind Courtney Meekins. 2nd place is Luke Dingley. He's under pressure from Lawrence Bullen in the red 28, and underneath comes Colby Lunt, and right but there behind them is Eric Wallace, who's gone back to 5th now, goes back to 4th. Danielle Ellison is 6th, then we've got Harley Croft up there as well. Going underneath is the 14 car of Dylan Richter. Into the main straight, Courtney Meekins in control of this one. Out by 1.082 with 7 down and 12 to go. Dingley in 2nd place, then Lunt in 3rd. Here's the 43 car of Eric Wallace, who's made all the moves in this one. Some of them haven't paid off. Back then to Lawrence Bullen, Danielle Ellison in 6th. Back to Thomas Marlowe in 7th. On the outside is Richter in car number 14. Harley Croft has gone back a couple of spots. Alana Buck is in the top 10. But the battle for the minor placing, 2nd, 3rd and 4th is still very much up for dispute. Courtney Meekins driving a brilliant race out in front in car number 84. She'll come up with 9 laps down and 10 laps to go in the C main. 2nd place is Luke Dingley. 3rd place Colby Lunt, Eric Wallace, Lawrence Bullen right behind them, then Danielle Ellison. A gap back then to Thomas Marlowe, then Dylan Richter. Alana Buck and Harley Croft went across the line together. Further back then to Jeremy Gorski, Rhiannon Captain, and then Thomas Richter, and then Paige Ellison. The race leader's about to start lapping traffic with 9 laps to go. Courtney Meekins out in front from Luke Dingley. Right behind Dingley is Colby Lunt, then Eric Wallace. Lawrence Bullen is close enough. Back then to Paige Ellison. A gap back then to Thomas Marlowe. It's starting to spread out like Brown's cows, but second, third and fourth. The second final transfer spot is still absolutely up for grabs. Out in front, Courtney Meekins starting to lap the slower traffic. The first of those is Paige Ellison. Luke Dingley is under enormous pressure from Eric Wallace from Queensland and the Victorian Colby Lunt as they go down the back straight. The Colby Lunt dives to the inside, and he's on the inside of Dingley. They're coming up to latch Paige Ellison, and on the outside is Eric Wallace, and they're still stuck behind Dingley with 7 laps to go. Only one of these 3 are going to qualify. Lawrence Bullen needs to pull his finger out if he's going to join that group. He's about 20 metres adrift. Back then to Danielle Ellison, Thomas Marlowe, Dylan Richter, and then Alana Buck. Into the main straight, another lap put together by Courtney Meekins, but this titanic struggle for second place continues. Dingley, Colby Lunt, and also on the outside Eric Wallace. They're separated by 0.42 of a second. Here comes Lawrence Bullen. He's starting to close the gap as well. Second place is where all the action is. Only one of these 4 cars will qualify. It's Courtney Meekins a mile out in front with 5 laps to go. Into second place, Colby Lunt just pokes the nose underneath the Luke Dingley. So Dingley has now gone back to third. He tries to cross over back on the inside, can't make it stick. Right behind them is Eric Wallace and then Lawrence Bullen. They come up out of Pitts Bend again. Another lap put together by Courtney Meekins in the C main. She's got 4 laps to negotiate. Colby Lunt is in second place. There's some lap cars coming into it. Back in third place, Luke Dingley, then Eric Wallace and Lawrence Bullen. Eric Wallace moves to the outside of Dingley. They come up on the lap traffic. They're going to have to zig and zag through the corner, turn 3 and 4. Courtney Meekins has put another lap together. She's got 3 laps to go. Colby Lunt in second. Dingley and Wallace are side by side, and they go both to the inside of the 41 of Thomas Richter. Colby Lunt hasn't got past Rhiannon Campton yet. That's in the back straight. The yellow lights have come on. You know, I thought they temporarily went back to green. They're gone yellow, and my goodness gracious, we're going to have a 3-lap run to the judge. That was for the 14 car of Dylan Richter. Sorry, 4 laps to go. We go back a lap, of course. So 4 laps remaining. 4 laps to go, we're away. Meekins the leader. Now to zig and zag past the lap cars. Colby Lunt starts quickly, goes around the outside of one of those, goes past Richter. As here comes a challenge from Eric Wallace, gets underneath of Luke Dingley, and now goes under Richter as Colby Lunt goes the outside of Rhiannon Campton. All hell's going to break loose here in a minute. Dingley's run wide as they come up with 3 to go. They've got past the back markers, so Eric Wallace to chase down Colby Lunt as they go down into turn 1 and 2. Dingley got caught out there, has gone back a couple of spots. Danielle Ellison from Tasmania is up to 4th, and Thomas Marlowe 5th. They come out of Pitts Bend again. 2 laps to go in the C main for Pepsi Max, and it's still Courtney Meekins who's led from the get-go. Colby Lunt does the quick lap of the race. Trying to chase him down is Eric Wallace. There's only a couple of car lengths in it. Back in 4th place is Danielle Ellison, then Thomas Marlowe. Luke Dingley is 6th. The white flag has been prepared. There's 1 to go, and well, there's a bit of a mistake from Colby Lunt, and here comes Eric Wallace. 1 lap to go for him to try and make the B main. It's still Courtney Meekins the leader. Second place Colby Lunt, maybe getting a bit tired. Here's the challenge down the back straight. I think he might have enough in reserve, and Courtney Meekins will be the first to transfer. She moves into the B main. Courtney Meekins leads all the way. Colby Lunt second. Eric Wallace third. Oh, here's the traffic jam for the minors. It doesn't matter. Thomas Marlowe 4th. Luke Dingley 5th. Danielle Ellison went cross-eyed at the end. She went from 4th to 6th in the main straight. Back then to Jeremy Gorski, Harley Croft, Dylan Richter, Alana Buck, Lawrence Bullen, Rhiannon Captain, and Thomas Marlowe, Paige Ellison. And they were the ones that finished. 14 of the 18 finished. Noah Van Ginneken did 5. Lachlan Oliver and Jack Richter unfortunately did no laps, and Kate Bryant was disqualified after 5. The winner is car number 84. Put your hands together for over in turn number 2. The winner and advancing to the B main is Courtney Meekins, and she'll be joined by Colby Lunt.
Yeah, great drive from both of those competitors.